Hey everyone, welcome back to yet another episode of GenAI Vlog. So previously we talked about the Claude API solution that's managed by Anthropic. We dived into model context protocol, and specifically we talked about how to stand up your own customized Python functions as server using FastMCP. So we talked about server side. Now, in this episode, let's also talk about the client side. So, in terms of client developers, really how it works is you want to define the infrastructure such that the tools can be integrated seamlessly inside of the conversation. Now, previous couple of episodes, we talked about how to invoke tools. This episode is no different from that. With all that being said, now let's dive into the code. So this is the client-side script. We call it client.py. And then essentially it supports all of the integrations with MCP servers, right? So in this tutorial, we're going to be learning about how to build your LLM-powered chatbot client that connects to the MCP server. So first things first, you want to set up your environment. That means you have a couple of packages installed. You have the load.inf to manage the secrets of API keys, that sort of thing. With that all being set up, now we can talk a little bit about this MCP client. So out of the box, it's a class object with a couple of initialization, session, client objects, things like that. The first method, it's an async method we're going to design, is called connect to server, right? The reason to implement this is because we want to connect to an MCP server according to a particular path, right? The path is actually required as an input argument for this Python function, and it has a .py script. So in other words, when we list out our directory, we need to have the weather.py or wiki.py or whatever other server or API script, right, that supports that invocation of that tool need to be known and well defined here. For sake of simplicity, I just put them in the same directory, so that keep my life easier, right? In production, obviously, it depending on how you organize the project. So that is connect to the server, and then on top of that, you also need to have a correct process query, right? So this is the core functionality to help the LLM or to help the client to essentially process a query using Claude or other available tools. So this is actually the content that's very much similar to what we talked about in the previous episode, right? In a sense that you have the tools registered here according to certain schema. You have the LLM API call. That's the main API call, right? You have the name of model, message body, available tools, all in here. And then you want to process the response using this for loop. You want to look for the keyword to use. If there's a keyword to use, that means the LLM now wants to use a tool. It will then look into the available tools for answer, see if it can execute that tool call and get the response back, and then use that response to enhance the final answer. So that's why here you see the messages being appended based on whatever content, if a tool can be used, if a tool can be called, you see that here we append those contexts here as additional content in the message body. And then after that, we make another API call with the message here being updated, and that response we're going to get back is the final response, right? So this is consistent of the previous episodes and also what we talked about before, and all that bells and whistles being well defined behind the scene. And last but not least, we just have a chat loop function, which essentially is a while loop, right? It's a while loop that you can allow user to type in the input function. Here we're gonna call it query. Every time you see query column space, that's your queue, right? That's your queue. User can then type in whatever questions they want to ask. And then last but not least, you just execute it with a main, and then you do a async IO dot run. And that's really it. And then of course, here the system argument, right? Don't forget to throw in the server script. Okay, so let's run another invocation. Let's see what is happening. Let's clean up our terminal. We also assume that we have the server-side terminal up and running just like that. We talked about this in a previous episode. We will have to leave this terminal up and running. Now let's go to a new terminal. Let's say uv run client.py. And don't forget the path to the server-side script, right? And the server-side script is wiki.py. Gonna hit enter. This is going to start this while loop that we just talked about, right? And then you can say, why don't we start something simple that does not require tool call, right? What is 1 plus 1? This has nothing to do with Wikipedia search. It should not be, right? You should not be able to see Wikipedia search whatsoever because here the Wikipedia search is about article, right? Has nothing to do with math or calculator, right? So it does not register that. Now you can say search Wikipedia, Tom Holland. This way it will actually know, hey, Tom Holland might be a title, right? Might be a name, might be a keyword. We can then use that as a query to search the Wikipedia. And boom, there you go, just like that. Here it actually told us that the search term is Tom Holland. That's the keyword, right? And then based on the Wikipedia article, we have the following information. Boom. So that's how you do it. Here, I'm assuming the client side is a simple terminal window that it's up and running in my own IDE, right? Now, of course, you can have this up and running in a desktop, in an application, in a chatbot, so on and so forth. Cool. Now to wrap this up, just say quit and it will finish running. Awesome. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, this episode sheds some light about the client side of the model context protocol. And then give a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next episode.